What's up guys, back to you today with another Pokemon X and Y OU Wi-Fi battle video. Today's battle is against Joey, and if you guys can decipher this, it's actually PokeaimMD. Hooray! Yeah. Anyways, looking at my team, you guys have seen this team before. My good old Rain team from way back in the day. I have a lot of experience with this team. I know how it works, I know how to play well with it. And usually when I battle someone that's in the cartel, or anyone higher up like that, I tend to fall back on this team just because I don't know how they're going to play. Most of the time, people in the cartel that I've played, I haven't watched too many of their videos, so I don't know a whole lot about their play style. And this team, I know it works really well. I know how to play with it. I know it's pretty well balanced. So that's why I usually go with this team. But let's go ahead and get right on into this, because it is a little bit of a longer battle. Let's see, 32 turns. It's a pretty long one. It's not like extremely long, but it's a little long one. He's going to go ahead and lead off with his Garchomp. Not a bad play. It's probably the fastest Pokemon that he has. I assume that he was Scarfed. Later on, you'll see that he's obviously not. So right here, I did think that he was Scarfed, so I'm definitely going to switch out. I don't want to take an Earthquake. I'm going to go out into my Hobro. You guys all know Hobro. I know you guys love her a lot. But he's going to set up them Stealth Cocks all over my Ho, and I don't know. It's not looking too good for me right now. But he's going to switch out. He's going to go out into his Latios, predicting me to Scald or whatever. And not a bad play on his part, because obviously that's not going to be doing very much. He's going to go for Hidden Power here. Most likely Hidden Power Fire or Hidden Power Ice. Probably predicting me to go out into my Scizor to absorb the Dragon Pulse. But I stayed in. I didn't think that he would have, like, I don't even know if Latios can get Thunderbolt. I know Latios can, but I'm not sure if Latios can. But that's a story for a different day. He's going to go over Dragon Pulse here. I know that I can most likely live one. And it turns out I can take it a lot better than I expected, even though he's Life Orb. So that leads me to believe he may not be max special attack. But I'm going to be able to get off a Calm Mind here, which is definitely going to allow me to live another one and then slack off. But he's actually going to predict me to slack off this turn and switch out, as you will see momentarily. So he is definitely going to switch out here, like I just said, and go out into Bangidius. You guys know this thing. I'm not sure if it's the same set that Shofu uses, but who knows. Like I said, I am going to go for Slack Off here. That way I would have been able to, heal back from the incoming Dragon Pulse if his Latios stayed in, and, get off another Calm Mind and just kind of set up on him. But he makes a smart choice. He switches out into his Tyranitar. Now my leftovers are somewhat useless, and he is going to be able to get off a Crunch. Now I know that I can live one, most definitely, and he is, unfortunately for me, going to get the defense drop, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to be able to get off a Scald. I am at +1, so it's going to do a clean 50% to that Tyranitar, even in the sand. I'm not sure what EV spread he is or anything like that, so I have no idea, what his whole spread is or nature is or anything like that. But it did a decent amount of damage. But he's going to switch out, predicting me to switch. I know that it's very, very risky for me to stay in and hope for the low roll on the Crunch. But I actually got into my Infernape. Now he predicted that very well. He actually goes out into his Latios, like I said, and I definitely can't stay in because it's faster than me, so there's no point in me staying in. I'm going to go out in my Politoed here. I know that I can take at least one special attack of whatever he wants to, and that way I can at least get rid of the sand for now. And he actually ends up going for the Roost on this turn. Now, if I would have predicted that a little bit better, I would have went for U-Turn, which would have done a shit ton amount of damage to that Latios. And then send out my Politoed, but unfortunately I didn't play like that. He is going to get off a Dragon Pulse. Like I said, I am going to be able to live one. Politoed has some decent special bulk to it, so it's really nice that I'm able to, get rid of the sand and, get off a Toxic on this Latios as well. I end up staying in here. Not entirely sure why I did. Maybe just thinking that there wasn't really anything I wanted to switch into. But I live with 1 HP. And am able to get off an Ice Beam here. And after the Toxic damage, Toxic damage this turn, and then on this turn here where he goes for Hidden Power, Again, I'm not sure if it's Hidden Power Fire or Hidden Power Ice. Still unsure of that, but I'm not going to take any chances. But after Life Orb damage here and the Toxic damage, his Latias is going to be gone. So one big threat out of the way for me. So now I'm going to go out, well, he's going to go out to his Garchomp. I kind of predicted him to go out into this, so I went ahead and went out into my Hobro. I do have Regenerator, so every time I switch out, I'm gaining, up to 33% of my HP back. He's going to double switch out, I suppose. I don't know if that counts as double switch. Excuse me. And go out into his Tyranitar, just to get rid of my Rain so that my Scalds aren't boosted here. And like I said, I am going to go for Scald here, and unfortunately for him, I do manage to get a crit, which is going to kill that Tyranitar. So no longer have to deal with this thing. The sand will be over in 5 to 7 turns. Is it 5 to 7 or 5 to 8? He's holding the soft sand, I think it is. I think that's what it's called. It increases the sandstorm turns. Now he's going to go out to his Thundurus. I knew that he most likely would not Thunderbolt this turn, just because of the way that I've been playing. If I were him, I wouldn't have gone for Thunderbolt this turn. I would have switched out into something like this. But he does switch out into his Manaphy. I should have predicted him to Tail Glow this turn, gone out into my Thundurus, and then Volt Switched. But unfortunately for me, I stay in. He's going to go for Tail Glow. So now this thing is at +2. Manaphy's already a monster. I believe it has 100 all around in each stat, but I'm not entirely sure. But I am going to be able to get off Calm Mind. I kind of knew that he would go for Tail Glow, so I went for Calm Mind. But the better play would have obviously been to go out into my Thundurus and then Volt Switch, because I don't think this thing is faster than Thundurus. I don't think so. Well, Thundurus T anyway. But both going to get some leftovers recovery here. And I know that I can live at least one of whatever he wants to do. He is actually going to go for the Surf here. I do resist it, but as you can see, that's doing a clean 50% to me. There's no way I can take another one. I'm going to go for another Scald here. I am going to get the burn. It's not too bad and not too good. Obviously, there's no more rain, so he can't get the hydration and kind of heal from the burn. Not heal from the burn, but have his burn healed, I should say. But he's not losing anything other than health each turn with the burn there. So it's unfortunate that it took me that long to get a burn on something with Scald, but shit happens. I'm definitely going to switch out. I'm actually going to go out into my Goodra. Now, if you guys know anything about this Goodra, I do run max HP, max special defense with an Assault Vest on. And that, I believe that's over, at level 100, I believe that's over 500 special defense, which is absolutely ridiculous. He does get a crit there, which is quite unfortunate for me, because I would have liked to been able to eat that up a little bit more. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot obviously talk today. But he's going to go for Ice Beam. And I'm going to eat that up somewhat nicely. I mean, coming from something that's at +2. And I actually went for Flamethrower here, predicting him to switch out into something else, whether it be his Scizor or, his Thundurus. But unfortunately, he stays in. The smarter play would have been to go for Thunderbolt here. But, obviously I should have way back when I had my Slowbro out, when he Tail Glowed first, was to go out to my Thundurus and, Volt Switch. But I know that he's going to go for another Ice Beam, so I go out into my Slowbro thinking that I can eat it up, but unfortunately I don't. So at this point in time, I'm like, there's no point in continuously switching in and out. It's not doing me any good. I had to make a decision whether I wanted to sack my Slowbro or my Goodra. And obviously I opt for Goodra, because Goodra doesn't have really any recovery. There's nothing that Goodra gets, at least to my knowledge, that benefits Goodra's health. So he's going to go for Surf here. That's definitely going to knock me out from where I'm at, because he is at +2 and it is stab, even though I resist it, and like I said, max special defense, like as high as you can get. But his Manaphy is at a point now, especially after this burn right here, that I can switch out into my Scizor and, get off a Mega Evolve and get off a Bullet Punch. So like I said, gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve, go for Bullet Punch. There's no point in him switching out. He, obviously, no point. I was kind of the same situation that my Politoed was in. There's no point in switching out. I obviously don't have rocks up, but I obviously have priority. So he's gonna go out into his Garchomp now, knowing that some Garchomps carry Fire Fang and/or Fire Blast. Since he sent it out into my Scizor, it's fairly obvious that he's going to go for one of the two. He opts to go for the latter, the Fire Blast, and it's not that bad because Slowbro is obviously going to be able to eat it up, as Giancarlo would say. So he's going to go for Outrage here. I actually go for Slack Off. I somehow managed to live with 2 HP and am able to heal up to half health, which is quite nice. So now he is locked into Outrage, so obviously I'm able to kind of just hang out and keep going for Slack Offs. Now, I would normally speed this up, but it's only 3 turns, and this is my second or third time recording this, and I'm not in the mood to do any more work. So like I said, he is locked into Outrage. Unfortunately for him, I suppose, he gets the 3-turn Outrage, which is going to allow me to get just about the full HP after he hits me right here. So I'm just going to go for one more Slack Off. Like I said, that is going to get me to just about full. I think I'm at 195 or 200 after Slack Off. 195? 183. After leftovers, I think it's 195. Not bad. Look at that. Like I said, I've recorded this a little bit, so I know. He's definitely going to switch out. There's no point in leaving a confused Garchomp in. He's going to go out into his Thundurus. I'm going to go for Scald. And I'm going to be able to do a decent amount of damage to this thing. Unfortunately for me, he is leftovers. Obviously, I assume that he has some HP investment as well as some special attack investment. Now, what I should have done here is gone out into my own Thundurus and, healed from the Stealth Rocks. Because then I would have been able to kill this thing with an HP Ice, and then the game might have played out a little bit differently for me. So now I'm going to go out into my Infernape. At this point in the game, I was completely forgetting about the Thunder Wave. Rookie mistake. I should definitely have, been expecting that. I should not have stayed in. And the unfortunate thing is I get Parahaxed on that same turn, so I'm not able to get off a Fire Punch. I'm fairly certain that Fire Punch would have killed from that range. It would have helped me out a lot. Unfortunately, again, I stayed in and accepted the Thunderbolt when I should have went out into my Thundurus. Looking back at this battle, I made a lot of mistakes. But sometimes it just happens. So now I'm finally going to go out into my Thundurus. He's going to go for Hidden Power. He is faster. He's base 111 and I'm base 101, I do believe. The forms are just different. So I'm going to go for Hidden Power on my own. I was not expecting to live that. I guess that's why I never went out in my Thundurus before. And like I said, he lived with, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 HP right there. And if I would have came out with this thing earlier and used HP Ice, I would have been able to kill this thing. I'm actually thinking about opting Agility over Nasty Plot on this thing. I think it would help me out a lot more. But he's definitely going to take me out there. The only Pokemon I have left now is my Mega Scizor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out my Scizor, obviously, and then I'm going to go for Bullet Punch. Now, I almost was expecting it not to kill. He actually goes for the Taunt here, predicting me to, Swords Dance or something like that. But like I said, I'm just going to go straight for Bullet Punch. So there's no reason for me not to. And that is going to take that thing out. So now he has he has his Mega Scizor and his Garchomp left. He's obviously going to go out to his Garchomp, as it does have the Fire Blast. Part of me was hoping that it would miss so that I could get off a Bug Bite and then a Bullet Punch. But, most of the time that doesn't happen. But anyways, good game, Joey. It was very fun to battle you. Obviously, I didn't play, I don't know, too amazing, but I didn't play. I guess I didn't play that bad as well. I don't know. You're better in the community than I am, so it's up to you. I guess it's up to your decision. But anyways, guys, I will link Joey's channel in the description. PokeAim, very nice guy, very friendly. Very, very funny guy as well. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, let me just say this. For all of you guys that don't think that I upload losses, I apologize for my dog barking. He's being a fucking asshole right now. For all of you guys that don't think I don't upload losses, obviously I do. I have uploaded losses before. You know, just go back a couple weeks. Jesus Christ, I'm so mad that the dog is barking right now. Hillary, shut him up! Oh well. Anyways, guys, I will be streaming Friday, and we'll see you next time, alright? Peace out.